calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Clock now on first down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean later.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 50-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this, but I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
On 3rd down, it's Logan. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Block working out of the gun. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. And this is incomplete.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their career. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Chris Jones on the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And it's caught. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Williams.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Nick Bolton.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 10-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On second down, Gordon once more. Up past the 25 to the 26. It's a gain of 5.
Sideline Matthew on the tackle. 5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Third and 2, Locke's going to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first and 10, here's Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Throwing now is Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw it is Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Locke looks to throw it again.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 18. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action.
Let's go. Let's go.
So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, it's Logan. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Mahomes now on first down. Flush to his right. Man open is Robinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. A field goal would tie it, but they want more. They're going for it. Locked to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Edwards-Helaire is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Well, that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.